Welcome back to Kevin's Kitchen. What we're going to do is we're going to make an apple pie. We've got some apples that have gone a little bit soft. The skin's getting a little rough on it. So I've been quartering them or dipping them in some caramel and some, different flavorings. But Thanksgiving being tomorrow, I said, well, let's make another pie. So I cheated, got some pie crusts. These are Pillsbury. Got my pan. I always like to use around 3/4 of a cup of sugar, no more than that, get too sweet. I got some lemon juice. I don't usually measure everything. I mixed all my dries together. I've got flour, ginger, cinnamon, salt, nutmeg. Everything's in the dry mix, and I'm going to stir that in. But first, let's slice up some apples, and I won't bore you with all that, but I'll get my bowl out. Get my knife. Now I'm just going to quarter up my apples. Sometimes if you don't want to core them, just cut them like this. Or if you peel them, I'll try to cut different ways, but if you peel them, you can do this and you're all done with it. Like that. And sometimes you can peel them like this. This will take longer. And then you want to cut them pretty small. The smaller they are, the faster they cook. Throw them in your bowl. And I'm going to keep doing these. I'll probably get out the peeler and peel them. But the skins are getting a little soft on some of them. That's why I want to make a pie. This looks like about enough. You're probably supposed to measure whatever will fit in there. But if we got some extra, that's what I usually hope for. If we have extra, I remember when Dawson was little, he's 15 now, but when he was little, I'd make a pie and hope we have some left over in the mix of the cinnamon sugar, and we'd put the extra dough and make some turnovers with it. And they'd be pretty good. I don't know if you would remember that, but we did that. But I don't make a lot. I don't bake a lot anymore. I've been pretty busy, but I like to monkey in the kitchen. I like trying various things all the time. But let's finish up here. What we're going to do is put in our dry mix. Mix that good together. It's kind of the same as with our other pie. Just take and make sure all the seasonings are mixed in good. And get all the blemishes off our apples. And then get this mess cleaned up. We got to turn our heat up. We'll bake up to 425. And by the time I'm done mixing this, the oven will be ready because it's already at 355. And then what we got to do is we'll cut these smaller, but while my hands are a little bit wet here, we'll just go ahead and cut these up. Usually if you bake it long enough, it doesn't matter the size of these. But I don't like it too mushy. I like to bite into a crunchy apple kind of thing, you know. Some people over bake them and put too much liquid in them. You get a lot of liquid out of your apples. But I like to do them about a teaspoon size. So I'll be back when I get all these cut. Okay guys, we got our apples cut up. I don't like them cut real small. Remember I had my mixture. We've got flour, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, salt. Mix your dry stuff together always. Get one color. That way you know it's mixed in. Otherwise all your cinnamon and all your salt's on one side. One bite of pie. Get that all mixed in pretty good. And then I'm going to take my sugar, 3/4 of a cup. I don't like any more than that. I don't want my pie sickly sweet. Mix that in. Same thing, try to get one color. This happens to be a little lumpy. It doesn't matter. When it's in the oven and boiling, it won't matter. But if we got a little extra, because we're using those pie crusts, they usually come over the edge. Maybe we can have enough left to make a couple turnovers. It'd be great for breakfast. See, we're already up to 425. Now I'm going to put my lemon juice in there and it'll make it mushy. I like the lemon juice because it makes it a little bit tart. I don't like the sugar, I told you, that too much sugar. So now we're getting a paste. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And then what I like to do once I get my pie built, I don't want to forget to mention it, is you take your egg white, you could sprinkle that around on your pie on the top when it's almost done baking. It leaves a nice shiny finish. And the other thing I like is obviously your pie, I just dumped my mixture right in here, but your pie is thicker in the middle and is thin on the edges, so your crust wants to burn. So my mom taught me, I think my mom taught me this, is you just take your foil, I want to do this before I forgot, tear up a little piece, usually need about 2 or 3 of them, and just put it on the edges of your pie, like after you get that on, and just touch that around the edges, and it keeps your crust from burning. And we'll do that at the end. So we'll go ahead and put our apples. My hands are good and washed several times. And we'll get them in our bowl. Looks like we got plenty of apples. And we'll put our mixture in. And we'll go ahead and mix it up. I don't know, it's a fun thing. Baking and cooking. And I got it right on here. And we'll put in our mixture. Yummy, yummy. Get that all in there. Hope I got enough mixture here. Quite a lot of apples. Usually you need like 6 or so, 6 or 8 good sized apples, but. And then you just work that in. Look at that flavor, guys. Can you smell it? Smell that cinnamon. Smell-o-vision. So that's mixed in really good. So we got our Pillsbury pie crust. We're lazy to make them this time. So these are pretty big. Usually they hang off the edge. So I'm hoping we get a little extra to make some turnovers. See if they'll come out. Usually you want to keep these refrigerated right up to when you need them, which I did not do. I want to hurry and get this done. It's getting late. And then we got another pie school and get them covered tonight. So let's get this started here. So I'll come back on when I get these 2 unrolled. So we got our pie pan here. You don't need to flour it, butter it, nothing. Grease it. Just lay it in there. Try to get the edges to come up over the top of biscuit. Normally they're bigger and they hang off the edge. I'm not sure we're going to get any turnover material here. Still not in the center. Try to get it to come up over the edge. That's important to seal it together. Like that. Awesome. Beautiful, right? Then we'll take our apple mixture and we'll heap it right in there so that it boils over the oven. No, not really. You don't need it too high. But see all that nice juice coming out? That's why you don't need a major amount of liquid in that. And level that out. the perfect amount. Look at that. Dump it in there, guys. I think we did good. You get it too high, it's going to want to blow over in the oven. Make a mess. Done that, been there. Look at that. Grandma will be proud, right? Now this is going to bubble. It's going to start all over the place. So that's going to be beautiful. Take our top crust. Look at that. And then we'll get a fork and get a fresh one out of the dishwasher. Come around your edges. Find your edges first. There we go. There's not much dough left, so the turnover idea is not happening for breakfast. And then you just come around and pinch it down. Squeezes the two together. And then I just take a knife. Probably could use this fork. And just cut off your extra. Just come through and get rid of some of your extra here. So what are you all having for Thanksgiving? Is everybody having turkey? I like dark meat, chicken and turkey. I think that the breasts are usually a little dry, but sometimes the way you cook them, you can keep them moist. So there's almost enough for one turnover. I might throw that in the fridge. We can use it another time. Now we got to decorate it. So it is Thanksgiving, but we know it's an apple. We'll start off with making an A. Should I done a YouTube on there? And then we'll just do a couple releases for steam. Our oven's up to temp. We're going to place it in at 425. Nope, we forgot one thing. We need to put our foil on. This is secret that my mom told me that it keeps your crust from burning. Just get this around. It just shields it from burning. Some people let it cook and bake for about, 15 minutes or so. And then put them on. I've heard of that. But I found that it's so thin it's going to burn no matter what. So let's get this in the oven. Look at that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We'll set the timer for probably, I'll put it on the lower rack here. I don't want to burn the top. I'll fix my foil and I will set my timer for about 45 minutes. And I'll check it. And sometimes you want to put your foil, put some extra foil on the base because if it does bubble over, it's easier to clean up. Set at 45, so we'll see you in 45. Hey guys, our pie is finished. We set that timer, get my mitts, and I smell it. Can you guys smell that? Fresh apple pie? Let's everybody smell that. I worked my way down to orange juice, guys. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh, putting that foil on the edges. Check it out. My mom was right, it doesn't burn. And I put it in the whole time. Check that out, guys. That's amazing. Better put these bad boys back on so I can show you well. Look at that bubbling. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, it's perfect color. Look at the steam rising. Can I cut it? Can I cut it? Look at that boiling. Yum-o. So, we have it, guys. Let's clear this thing, and we are finished. We'll let this cool. Look at the steam cars off that. Probably a couple hours. We'll get it covered, and we're going to have it for lunch tomorrow. So, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you on the next bake.